Just that little growl.
Sound check.
G'day and welcome back to another vocal analysis. Today, another Morissette analysis. I found this, I went digging and I found this performance of a live performance of Morissette way back in 2015, like 8 years ago. It's a really great insight into Morissette 8 years ago, the fabulous performer that she, in one sense, has always been. But it's also, there's so much for us to take away from this performance of the Adele hit Hello. Any Adele song is a big song. And so we expect to hear belt, we expect to hear really full-bodied singing, but we get to hear Morissette do this in a truly 100% live setting. And in so, we get to hear Morissette's natural imperfections. And you might make the mistake, if I might be so bold, of thinking, oh, he's going to be, dissing on her and making all negative commentary. No, I think this is wonderful. We are all beautifully imperfect. Every voice is naturally imperfect by nature. And I find it beautiful to hear the completely undoctored and fully authentic voice of these wonderful singers. So let's dive in. This is a beautiful performance, in part because it's raw. It's beautiful. Let's dive. Let's have a listen.
Pinapabigyan pa rin naman. Okay. Hindi, goodbye. Sad song to guys. Isa pa nga. Sige, go ka lang. Help me internalize here. Ang saya ko eh. Ang hirap. Kaya yan. Hello, it's me. I've been wondering if after all these years you lied to me.
Now let's just take that line as an example. Now, if this was to be taken, the recording of this, taken into a studio and post-edited, polished, there would be moments pitch-wise that would be corrected in this. I want you to have a listen and have a listen to, they're very subtle. We don't ever hear Morissette as singing out of tune. We would never say that about anything that we ever hear her do. But that doesn't mean that her voice is perfect 100% of the time on pitch. It's not. No voice is. So as we're going along, and because what I don't want to do is spend the entire review talking about pitch, but I want you to be mindful. Hear it, but don't hear it as a negative. Hear it as real, and real is good. It's, we have been lulled into this expectation of perfection in music and with voice. And I don't know that serves us well, because it removes some, not all, but some of that human authenticity. And but none of that authenticity is being removed here. It's all still there because we continue to hear inaccurate notes.
Hello, it's me. I've been wondering if after all
just a little flat.
you lied to me. To go over everything. They say that I'm supposed to hear, but I don't much you. Hello, can you hear me? I've been California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free.
I love the intimacy with which she approaches this, the exact intimacy that has been written into the piece by Adele, that sense of longingness, and she's representing that in the voice. She's at no point allowing the voice to get out front of the narrative, to get out front of the lyric. She's making sure that the voice services the lyric. The lyric is the most important point, at this stage of the song. As we get into it, this song gives rise to big, fantastic, emotionally charged vocal. And that's where the voice, we get to go, the voice is amazing. But right now, we don't need that. We just need the storyline. We just need this story arc to be set.
I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference.
See, hear that pitch again, just a little under.
I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference.
One of the challenges when we're singing in this lower energized mode, we're trying to create that intimacy, which she's doing a beautiful job of. One of the challenges technically, and we see it, we can hear it represented in the pitch accuracy, is when the airflow is that little bit lower. If we're not maintaining energy as something distinctly different from airflow, then the voice can just drop off the pitch a smidge. And we're hearing that here. It just under services the pitch because the voice is not being maintained on a technical level up and on with the right level of energy, because you're trying to keep everything in that sort of quieter mode. And it is a challenging thing to do live. It is very challenging to do.
It's readers in a million minds. Help from the other side.
She's doing a great job there. She looks to her musicians, but her musicians don't look to her, and it would have been, I think the timing there would have been serviced so much better had there been a bit more visual connection. Look, guys. she's looking. Please look back at me. Can you hear we're under the mark here? I do want to again remind us, this is 8 years ago. And so I think I've observed, in more recent performances of Morissette, a technical capacity that has really developed. And I don't think we would hear the degree of inaccuracy. She would still have points of inaccuracy because she's human. She's a human vocal instrument. And so no biology is 100% perfect 100% of the time. But I don't think we would hear the level of inaccuracy that we're hearing in this piece today, again, because this is quite a bit of time ago.
When I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I tried to tell you, sorry for breaking your heart, and it's so bad. Clearly,
that last section, we hear the voice predominantly on pitch. Why? Because the energy is coming up and it's actually sitting underneath the pitch and keeping it on target. And that just reaffirms what I was saying before. You drop the energy, the pitch can tend to drop off. But we didn't hear that towards, through that higher energy part because the voice is on.
Hello.
That's a nice shot.
It's so typical of me to talk about myself and so.
Now, that was better technically. That section there. Have a listen to how she actually opens up a little bit. She energizes the shaping of her vocal tract, has a little bit more work going on with the shapes, and as a result, the tone and the pitch are bang on. Very good.
Hello. It's so typical of me to talk about myself and so.
So much better on. It's good.
Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So hello from the other side.
Oh, I like that. Just that little growl, little growl.
So hello from the other side.
Yeah.
I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call you, it never seemed to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I tried. It's not you.
Yeah, she's placing beautifully, isn't she? Just the way she's positioning each time. If you've watched my review videos here on the channel enough, you hear me constantly going on about placement. And that's because it's important. This is a Learn to Sing channel, and I want you to be always thinking, where is my placement? What is my placement doing? It is a metaphorical term. Your voice doesn't place anywhere, but we do get a sense of its position. It's what allows us to keep going back to the same position, is that idea of placement. And we're hearing a fantastic display of that in this performance.
I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. Clearly doesn't tear you apart
I've spoken before about Morissette's active lips for the vowel shape of oo, and I've always admired it. And we see it even way back 8 years ago. We see her using the activity of her lip shape to get the most value out of that vowel oo. not easy to do. What she's just done there. So she's been at full tilt. Yeah. Big belt, pop, ballad, going for it, belt piece, right? But then you've got to drop it back because we're now, bringing the plane into land. But if you drop it too fast, too quickly, the descent will basically crash the plane. She's got to bring it down, but she's got to remove the intensity while maintaining the energy. And she does a beautiful job, just like Adele does. She does a beautiful job of getting that balance just right. The big, not temptation so much as what a less skilled singer will find themselves doing is the contrast will be too great, and the voice will sort of drop out, and you kind of go, oh, it's a bit of a jolt. But she doesn't. Have a listen. See how she's still got it there.
At least I can say that
A bit of feedback.
I'm sorry for breaking your heart, and it's so bad. Clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
That was nice. I like that. Again, like I said, I went digging, and I was excited to find this particular performance because it's so beautifully real. I just love that. And you might think to yourself, I was just saying that to. No, I'm not. You can go right back all the way through my Dr. Dan's Voice Essentials channel, and you'll constantly hear me referencing how much I value real, undoctored, unpolished, purely authentic singing. I love it. I really do. And I love that. That's just great to see a great singer. And Morissette, she's a great singer doing her thing in that, completely raw environment. Love it. With a raw audience to boot in a coffee house. Cool. Very cool. Did you enjoy that? I hope you did. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought, and give me your feedback. Hit the white bell icon. Well, subscribe and then hit the white bell icon. And that way you won't miss these vocal analyses. We do these every week, and sometimes twice a week. I don't think we've ever done 3 a week. We might have. I can't remember. Anyway, we do them regularly, and I'd love you to be a part of them and join our ever-growing community of singers across the globe who, just like you, potentially want to raise their voice in song. I very much look forward to seeing you in the next vocal analysis video here at Voice Essentials. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.